I think we should get to Artie's date.
Yes, the girls are here.
Yeah, I don't want them to wilt back there.
Or come to their senses.
Yeah, I'm afraid they'll come to their senses.
Are they trying to get away?
Are they looking at the monitor?
Well, I went through the pictures, and all three girls look good in the pictures, and then now everyone's running around here saying they're really good looking.
I am told Lisa G was saying they're smoking.
I saw one of them, and I swear to you, I was like, well, what model is on the show today?
Wow.
Artie, how do you want to work? Do you want to ask the girls questions, or can you let me ask some too?
Yeah, sure. Whatever you
we
want
can
to
ask
do.
questions of them.
I mean, I it's funny. I didn't even prepare any questions. I guess dating.
I
game
wrote
type
100
questions.
of them. You want some of them?
Well, yeah. Well,
Because I got a million questions.
I'll do whatever you want. Sure. I mean, you want to
do what
ask
you
them?
want to do. It's your date.
Are there certain things you'd like to know?
I'll ask each one of them something, and then if you want to add something, you
All
add
right,
something.
good. All right. I got some good questions for these girls. I got 2 pages of questions for these girls. I'm ready. I'm friggin' ready for your date. Thing is, you're not ready. I'm ready.
I'm Rochelle. I'm from Las Vegas, and I'm here to possibly date Artie if he picks me. And the reason I'm here is that I listen to the show a lot, and I love Artie to death. I think he's hilarious. He's very intelligent. And for somebody like me, who's a self-made woman and kind of does her own thing, I need a companion like that, possibly, if we have some chemistry. So that's why I'm here, to see if there is chemistry. And I understand that he's heartbroken over Dana, but I'm heartbroken over my last one, too. And just gotta find a place to move on. Maybe this is it.
So you think this is like a do or die time for Artie? You could possibly take him away from Dana?
You know, I think so, because I'm not a real clingy girl. I'm not a gold digger. I'm not hyper. I'm not a freak. So it's like, I think that, with his status and who he is and everything, there's a lot to look for. And I kind of feel that I'm in the same boat in a lot of ways, and I just want somebody to be mellow, and I know I can be mellow. So maybe it'll work out.
All right, good luck to you today, Rochelle.
All right, thanks.
Hi, my name's Jenny Watras, and I'm here to play the Artie dating game. And I think that Artie is a great catch because he is very handsome, he is very funny, and he is very humble. And I think that I can steal him away from Dana.
How come? Why do you think that he's going to be willing to leave his girlfriend of like over 4 years for you? Why do you think this is possible?
Because I just think we're a good match, and I think that him and I would really mesh well, and that's it.
Hi, my name is Steph. I live in St. Louis. I'm 23, and I'm here to play the Artie dating game. I know that he recently got back together with Dana, but I'm not sure how serious it is, so I'm hoping that it's just something that's going to blow over like it has in the past, and I can steal him away from her.
Really? You think you have a shot to do this?
Yeah, I think so.
Now, what about the whole distance thing? You live in St. Louis, he lives, in the New York area.
That's true, but this show has a huge fan base in St. Louis, and I love New York, and I come here a lot, probably 10 times a year, so I think we can make it work.
Really? So you're serious about this?
Yeah.
How did you first hear about this, and what made you jump at the opportunity?
I'm a huge fan of the show, and I listen every day, and I have Howard TV on demand. So I heard Howard say, if you're interested in winning a date with Artie Lang, go to the website. So I did, and I signed up that day.
Now, what about Artie's recent, weight gain, weight issue? Does that bother you or make him any less attractive to you?
It doesn't. I think that he's the perfect size. I actually love it when a guy eats a lot. I'm really into food too, so it doesn't bother me at all.
I think we might have a match.
Great.
Good luck today.
Thank you.
Hey, let's get these girls in here. How do we do this?
Just say, let's get them in.
Let's get them in. Let's get them in there. Artie's in place. There's 3 hot chicks, supposedly, who want to date Artie. Oh, hey, baby. Oh, Artie will like you. Yeah, Artie will like you, too. Artie will like you, too. I know I like you.
Real quick, Howard.
Nice belly shirt.
Artie
Love
can't
that.
see them.
Who cares?
No, I'm just telling the people outside that Artie's not reacting because he can't see.
All I know is Artie ought to fucking get it together and get one of these chicks.
There's no blacks, right?
No.
Was that one of the stipulations?
I don't want to say it out loud,
Hello,
Robin.
Bachelorette number 1.
Hello, Howard. How are you?
Hello, Bachelorette number 2.
Hello, Howard.
Hello, Bachelorette number 3.
Hi, Howard.
Bachelorette. Bachelorette. Well. You girls all want to date Artie. Let me just, before I get to the individual questioning.
Do they have names? Oh, no, we don't.
I prefer not to at this point, not until Artie picks. But Bachelorette number 1, why do you want to go out with Artie?
Well, I've been through the same thing as Artie this year.
What
the
is
same
that?
exact thing. Just that thing where
heroin
it's
abuse?
kind of
You took some heroin and you couldn't get off?
You ballooned up to 300 pounds?
heroin thing. But relationship-wise, just that thing where last couple of years it's the off and on thing, and then finally you got to cut it. But
Oh, your girlfriend has a dog too?
well,
So in other words, you went through an extended breakup.
and it's that thing where it's just it's on and off, and you need to move on to something else. But I'm kind of like him. I got my own thing going on, and I'm a little picky and just kind of still concerned about it. Just it's kind of the same thing.
Are you trying to rebound to Artie?
No, not at all. No,
All right.
no.
All right,
I've been done for a while.
Number 2, why do you want to go out with Artie? What's your story?
No other reason besides the fact that Artie is an incredible person. He is really funny. He's got a great personality, and he's humble. And I love that.
You love that about him.
Yeah.
All right. Number 3, why do you want to go out with Artie? You're beautiful.
Well, thank you, Howard.
You're young. Why Artie?
I think Artie, I think he's very attractive. He's hilarious. He seems to, from what he talks about on the show, he's a great person. He has a strong family, and besides the heroin, the hookers, and the drugs, he's got really good morals.
He has a good heart, is what you say.
He has a really good heart.
I feel that way too. I overlook the heroin and the hookers because I do feel he does.
He's fun.
That's right.
You know what we don't know is the girls' ages. I mean, that might make a difference to Artie.
Does that make a difference, girls, do you think? Do you think we should reveal ages?
We should.
Sure, yeah.
You do. Okay. Number 1, how old are you?
I just turned 35.
Okay. Number 2, how old are you?
28 going on 29.
All right. Number 3, how old are you?
I'm 23.
I got to tell you something. All 3 of you look terrific.
Thank you,
You
Howard.
really are attractive girls. I gotta say.
Howard, I have my pick now if you want it.
As
See?
McKine would say, they are all adorable.
They're
Artie.
all adorable, Artie.
I'm sure you're all way too hot for me, girls. I appreciate you coming.
I would throw out any age notion on this one, and I'm advising you. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
All
Okay.
right, here we go. Don't be scared. Now, girls, does the heroin thing scare any of you? Number 1, does it scare you that that's pretty severe behavior? Do you think he can handle a boyfriend like Artie?
Yeah, I mean, obviously he's realized, what the problem is, and he's getting over it. And I actually, when I was younger, I hung out with I was a mud wrestler at the Tropicana, and so I saw a lot of people that were into that thing, and I know what it is, and as long as you realize and you can get over it.
All right, number 2, what about you? That's got to scare you a little bit.
No, not at all.
You're not scared of
Not
Artie's heroin.
at all.
Not at all.
Not at all. Not at all.
Why is that?
Well, just because I'm such a fan of the show, I listen to Artie all the time, and I know he's a real person. Like, some people get messed up in this kind of stuff, but he came out of it, and he's fine, and that's it.
All right, number 3, what about you? You must have some hesitation, no?
I don't. I think everybody has some sort of addiction, and
Very good.
mine
Artie
might
has
be
them all.
shopping, and Artie's, happened to be heroin. But I think that he got over it, and I do think that he's past that.
When you say you're addicted to shopping, what does that mean?
I mean, I'm not exactly. I'm just saying that I think that everybody in their life has some sort of addiction.
All right, that's true. I think there are a lot of people
Very
running
true.
around there with addictions.
Shopping and heroin.
All right, let's get down to. Do you mind, Artie, if I ask a few questions first, or do you want to just jump?
Clearly,
right
it's going well. I think you're doing that now. I mean, go ahead.
All right, number 1, have you ever licked a man's taint?
Oh.
Hello.
Answer honestly.
I don't know.
You don't know. You don't remember.
I mean,
That's something you never forget. Would you ever lick back there or in your sexual life?
I don't, it's I don't prefer it. It's not like I go looking for it, but yes, it has happened, and in certain situations, I guess, sometimes, you party and you have fun and things happen and whatever.
Before you know it, just taint licking going on.
In other words, you like to have fun. If something happens, it happens.
Absolutely.
It's not something you go hunting for. Number 2, what about you? You ever lick a man's taint?
Absolutely not.
You have not. That's not
No.
your thing.
No.
No, you don't like to get in between the balls and the ass?
No, that's just unmarked territory.
All right. right, that's fair enough, and that's an honest answer. Number 3, what about you? Have you ever gotten so crazy you lick a man's taint?
No, I have not, and I don't plan on it.
You don't plan on doing it. Well, I tell you what, I've seen Artie's taint, and it's tremendous, and you're missing out on a lot. All right, so let's say you're dating a guy. And let's say you're dating Artie, and he gets in trouble with the police, and he says, I need to hide in your apartment. Would you turn in Artie, or would you protect Artie?
What's he in trouble for?
We don't know. He just says, look, I got to hide from the cops.
Sure, I'd hide him.
You would hide him?
Yes.
Number 2?
I would protect him and hide him as long as, we worked out what's the deal with, why he's in trouble, and maybe eventually he could, turn himself in.
Number 3, what about you?
It depends how long we've been dating. If it's our first date, no. But if we've been dating for, a year and I loved him, then of course I would.
No, I think you're all nuts. I would turn him right in. Trust me, that's the thing to do.
Where would you hide me? Does one of you have a tarpaulin from Shea Stadium?
Number 3, I'm going to go to you first. If you're making love to Artie, let's say you two fall in love and you become lovers, and accidentally Artie yells out Dana, how would you feel about that, and could you survive that?
Oh, that would suck.
He could he's been in a relationship for 4.5 years.
Yeah.
He could accidentally call you Dana.
Right, but after a year of dating, I think that's...
It better not happen.
Well, yeah, I hope...
That would indicate something.
Yeah.
Yes.
Number 2, can you deal with that?
Yeah, I could deal with it, because it's kind of happened to me before. So.
People call you Dana?
No.
No. Number 1, ever happened to you? Do you think you can handle that with Artie?
Yeah, I would just yell out, Jason!
I see.
Whoa,
nice.
And see how he likes it and keep going.
Number 2, have you ever made love to a black man?
No.
Number 3, have you?
No.
Number 1, have you made love
No.
to a black man?
All right, Artie, that one's off the table.
Hey, Howard.
Yes.
I don't know.
Good crop.
I'll leave it up to you. Do we care that one of the girls that's up there used to work with the police taking down drug dealers?
Is that right?
Yes.
Oh, that's good. Who was that? Number 3?
Yes.
You took down some drug dealers?
Yes, I did.
All right.
I did undercover drug deals for the police department.
Wow. You're a brave woman.
Perfect for Artie.
Yeah, you can you'd be the first one to know when Artie's up to something.
Artie, I promise I'm not a cop.
Were you the reason Noogie disappeared from the corner of 109th in Amsterdam?
How do you get into that kind of work? I mean, you're not an officer, but
No,
they said, we need you. How did the police find you to help?
In college, I majored in forensic psychology, so my practicum was to work at the police department, and I got in with the detective bureau, and they started off having me do decoy work, and then later on it kind of went to calling people, but these were not like, an 18-year-old guy selling a little bit of weed.
You were taking some bad guys off the street.
By finding them with drugs, but really they had a lot of other stuff.
Do you think they went to you because you're a beautiful girl? Was that part of it? In other words, you could get close to the drug dealers?
I think so, because I was a girl. And
were you scared?
Not really. It was really exciting, so I wasn't. Now that I think back on it, I should have been, but I wasn't really.
Right. Now I realize why she's here. She's into the thrill.
Oh, maybe it's a huge bust.
No, it's not, I promise.
She's undercover.
So I'm going to put myself in the role of Artie before Artie starts questioning you. And number 1, I'm going to ask you first. So if I'm Artie and I want you to blow me while I ate pizza and watched a football game, would you blow me and swallow my load?
No.
Number 2?
Yes.
Number 3?
I don't think, no.
No. All right. That's
Howard,
interesting.
I have an answer. I have a decision now if you want it.
We don't need to play any more of the game?
Yeah, but there's more to it than that. There's more to it.
Number 1 says there's more to it than that. Why
Well,
not?
I mean, there's got to be. Okay, see, I'm going to lay down and eat pizza and drink. Now blow me and swallow.
No,
I mean,
once in a while, you got to do that for your man.
Number 2 says you
yeah,
got to
but
do
the
that for your
point.
man.
Well, I didn't finish what I was saying. The point is just lay down and do that. First of all, are you talking about when we first go out?
No,
Are you
I'm talking about after a relationship.
Okay,
is
after a
established.
relationship, yeah, it would probably be cool.
Number
I mean,
1 says after the relationship she would. She switched
it
her
just
answer.
depends too. Is he going to be cool too? I mean,
What and do what? Swallow your load?
Yes,
Absolutely.
exactly.
Will.
That's what I mean.
Number 3, do you want to change your answer, or do you feel that that's still something that's not on your sexual menu?
I don't like to mix food and.
I agree with that though. Your food and both you got to focus on.
All right, number 1, do you have a dog?
No.
No, that's a good answer. Number 2, do you have a dog?
No.
Number 3, do you have a dog?
No.
Any pets at all, though, because Artie doesn't like pets.
Well, are you willing to kill any pet at all? So
No.
he doesn't have to be
I could
around?
deal with like a parakeet if it was in the den or something.
All right. Number 1. If Artie doesn't choose you, which contestant, 2 or 3, should he choose, and why?
Oh my God.
Well, number 2 is she's kind of more aggressive. She seems like she would be more aggressive and outgoing and kind of add some excitement. And number 3 is she seems to me like shy and kind of a homebody, and it's kind of a more of a Dana type thing. It seems like, from what I've heard on the air, she just seems more mellow and cool.
Too good a
and
girl?
It depends on what he's looking for right now.
Who does he choose, 2 or 3?
I would say, well, I'm not gonna. I don't know. Does he want to have fun, or does he want a steady
It doesn't matter.
relationship?
Who would you choose?
Okay, number 2.
Number 2. Number 3. Who would you choose?
I think I would choose number 2, only because I met her first and we've been talking and stuff. She seems really nice.
Number 2. Who would you choose?
Jesus. Both. No. I guess number 3.
Why?
'Cause she's hot, and
'Cause she's
so is
hot.
the other one too. But she's
Number 3 is more your type?
yeah, she's more my type. I
All
guess.
right. Artie, is any of this helping you? Artie, you want to jump in with a question?
Well, I mean, it's you tell me.
You tell me.
want
Go
me to-
ahead. It's
okay.
your date.
All right, number 1. Say a man asked you to sign a prenuptial agreement. Would that be an issue with you? If you
Not at all.
Yeah,
Not at all.
not at
I
all.
have my own life and my own career and my own money. I don't care about anybody else.
Number 2, same question.
Not at all.
Number 3?
I have to have a prenup.
Are you
Even if-
rich?
I plan on being very rich.
Well, it sounds like you're a hard worker. You're busy doing undercover work, and you have a big degree and all that. So, Artie, she wants
They
a
will
prenup.
all sign
Okay,
prenup.
that means I can't get at her cash. It makes me think we should
Is that
get
an
money.
issue for you and Dana? Dana doesn't want to sign a prenup?
Actually, she brought up that she would
She
before
would.
I even said anything. Now, I'm just
right.
curious about that. Not to
Common
be
sense.
unromantic.
Number 3, do you care if Artie jerks off on your back while you're asleep?
Horrible.
Yes or no?
Yes.
You do. Number 2, do you care?
No.
Number 1, do you care?
No.
Right answer.
Number 1, what's a good night out for you? Would you want to go to a dance club, or could you hang at like a bar, like a rock kind of a bar?
You know, I actually prefer something more mellow like that. I live in Vegas, and there's clubs everywhere, and I'm not into the club scene. I'm more into taking a few drinks, and I like to smoke when I drink and just kick back, and I like to be able to hear people when they're talking to me. These clubs are so loud, and I love to dance too, don't get me wrong, but it's just so loud you can't have any conversation.
Would you mind if I didn't dance with you at a club?
Absolutely not. I'll just dance for you. That's all.
All right.
Nice answer. Number 2, same question.
My ideal date would be to go to a football game, preferably the Jets, because I'm a Jets fan. Hope that.
All right. Yeah.
All right, you can deal
And
with that.
do some tailgating and go to the game, and then have a couple beers afterwards and some food.
That would be
Nice.
great. You could do that and then come home to meet me for the Giant game.
Yeah, and then Artie, the next morning I could make you some giant-sized pancakes.
Oh, yeah. Number 3, what about you?
None of the girls said they want a heavy cloud of talcum powder and 300 pounds on top of it. That would be the ideal
Anybody
date. I
into
would
the
think.
mime look.
Number 3,
Number 3, what do you say?
music, or what kind of music club or bar would you go at?
My dad was in a band growing up, so I like kind of the 70s rock and roll type of music, but I love even though I'm young, I'm not into like the big party scene, so I like going to like a restaurant and just eating and having some drinks, and then I don't know, catching a movie or something.
What kind of band was your old man? Is your father Paul McCartney?
No, he's not. He's not famous.
What kind of band was he in?
He was in like a rock and roll band. He's
really?
a singer.
Name
Okay.
one thing you don't like about Artie, number 3. Name a thing you don't like about Artie. You got to name one.
Are you going
Okay.
through all of them?
His pajamas that he wore that one day.
All right, you didn't like that. Number 2, what don't you like about Artie?
His addictive personality.
Number 1, what don't you like about Artie?
Indecisiveness.
It's interesting. You may be right. I can't decide.
Number 1, what
I'm not judging you. I'm
What
just,
qualities do you have that Dana didn't have? Why would you be a better girlfriend than Dana?
Well, I don't know Dana personally, and
Right.
I don't know what goes on behind closed doors, but I know that like I said before, I have my own life, and I have my own job and my own thing, and then, I also like to have fun. I like to relax at home and have a steady, stable life, but I
Right.
also like to go out and party and have a good time and get crazy.
All right.
So it's a good balance, and I just think that somebody like Artie would, admit, it appears to me that Dana's more mellow.
I see.
And maybe-
you might be a little more aggressive
a
and
little
fun.
bit more,
All right.
yeah.
Number 3, are you totally shaved?
Yes.
Number 2, are you totally shaved?
Yes.
Number 1, are you totally shaved?
Landing strip.
Little landing strip. All right.
Can I say something?
What?
Number 1, do you come from a rich family?
No.
Number 2?
No.
Number 3?
No, very poor.
Fuck.
All right, number 1, what is your best physical attribute? What do you think is the hottest thing on you?
My lips.
Very nice lips. Number 2, what do you think is your hottest physical attribute?
People tell me my ass, but I would say my eyes.
Number 3, what do you think?
My smile.
Yeah, you do have a beautiful smile. All
I
girls are
have
beautiful.
a question.
Go
for
ahead,
girls.
Robin.
For all 3 girls, 1, 2,
Hi,
and 3.
Robin.
Hi there. What's your favorite thing to do to a man sexually?
All right, let's go to number 3 first. Favorite thing to do to a man sexually?
Kiss.
Kissing. I think that's hot. Number 2, go ahead.
Blowjob.
Blowjob. Are you good at it?
Yes.
And number 1, what's your favorite thing?
God, I hope my mom's not listening right now.
Anal.
Getting slammed from behind.
Really hard.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
Interesting. Hey,
Do any of you go with other girls?
Especially after a few shots.
Have you, number 1, have you ever been with another woman for your man, in front of your man?
One time, yeah.
That didn't work out?
Not really.
Did you get jealous?
No, not at all. I was really, really young and, kind of drunk and didn't really know what was going on. It was cool.
This was with a guy and one of your friends?
Yeah. A boyfriend and a friend, yeah.
And you both banged him?
Actually, he didn't do her. He only did me, but everything else was done between the 3
All
of
right,
us.
but it wasn't your favorite thing to do?
No, not really.
Number 2, what about you?
No.
Never done it?
Just a kiss.
Kissed a girl?
Yep.
Yeah, you're a little bit adventurous. Where was this, at a bar?
Yeah, it was.
Was?
Yeah, one of my best friends.
You said, hey, let's try it?
Yeah.
And you Frenched?
Yep.
And it didn't turn you on?
It did, but I was in a bar, so
What else could you do? Right, you didn't take it home with you.
I didn't.
Number 3, what about you?
No, I never have.
Never tried a girl?
No.
What's the wildest thing you've ever done sexually? Number 3.
I don't know. I'm not that wild.
What have you done that's wild, in your opinion? What's the craziest, best thing you've ever done? You're not a virgin, are you?
No.
Right.
I don't know, Howard.
You don't know.
Number 1, how many guys you been with?
I've been with 2 in the last 12 years, so I mean,
what happened?
my whole adult
What
life.
happened before that?
What happened pre-94?
You know what? Actually, really, I lived in Hollywood for a couple of years. And
A number.
I was only with a couple of guys then, and probably teenager, maybe 3, 4 during those years, maybe 2, and then after that, it was just so I don't know. Altogether, maybe
That's
10.
All right.
Okay,
Number
you've
2.
been with 20 guys. Number 2?
Number 2.
6.
6. Number 3.
Not very many.
How many is it? Need a number.
3.
3 guys.
All right. Let me give you a hypothetical situation. All right, and tell me if you get mad at this. Number 1. Or how you'd react to this. Say you have a cousin get married, right? Not like a close cousin.
Oh, boy.
You're not in the wedding. It's like a second or third cousin. I come back from a gig on a Sunday, and I'm tired, And what if I tell you, like, look, instead of going, we'll give your cousin like $1,000 instead of us going to the wedding. I just can't deal with going to the wedding. Would you be upset at that?
Could I go give it to her personally and have a drink with her?
You could leave. Yeah, I mean, I'd have to stay home.
Absolutely.
You wouldn't care.
You wouldn't care.
I would not care.
Number 2, would you care?
No.
Number 3, would you care?
No, not at all.
And you're not like, all right, fine.
Don't believe any of them.
Yeah, I'm
Right,
saying
they're
like,
all lying.
They're
I'll
gonna
come
care.
home to roost.
All right. What sexual fantasy would you girls like to fulfill with Artie? Anybody take that? Number 3?
You love going to me first with the sex question.
Go ahead, baby. Come on.
My fantasy with Artie is just to go and hang out with him.
Right. Whatever happens,
You're
happens.
not thinking of sleeping with Artie? You can't wait to get him in bed?
Not the first date, no.
So gross, Fred.
You can't wait to get your hands on that Artie?
Can't wait.
Number 2, what about you?
Same thing. Just
Hang
me and
out.
Artie. I'm not even thinking about anyone else. So.
All right. Number 1, what do you think?
Same for me, but when I go out and it's not, it's maybe once or twice a week. I like to go out and really have a good time and just dance around and be fun. And you tend to, when you get in that mode after a few shots, you tend to get a little bit horny and things start, So I mean, yeah, I wouldn't want him to be "don't touch me" and weird, I mean, I would like to have, just see what happens. But yeah, I could see having a good time.
How long do you have to date them before they have sex?
Who?
Number
1, 2, or 3?
Number 2.
Month.
Number 3.
A month.
Number 1.
I don't have a time, just whenever it seems appropriate.
Right.
Number 1, have you ever dated anyone that looks like me?
You know what the funniest thing is, though? He's probably listening.
She went out with
too.
Flounder for 4 years.
He's probably listening too. Like I said, I was in the same situation as you, and I'd been on and off with someone, and a few months ago it was done. He tipped the scales at 300 pounds at one time, and he just was No, it's just I'm saying that he's 49 years old. He's a heavier guy, and to me it's about independence and funny and a good time and someone who's relaxed and not up my ass about everything.
Number 2, is Artie's weight going to bother you?
No.
No?
I think that because I'm so into being fit, and I think that if he was with me, he'd want to kind of try to change a little bit.
He ain't changing.
I wouldn't try to change him.
He's into you being fit too.
Exactly.
It's good to have hope.
Good
It's
answer.
good to have hope.
I keep him in shape.
All right, number 3, what about you?
I think he looks great. I like a bigger guy it makes me feel safe.
All right, that's it. Well, you'll feel
agree.
very safe. I can
And
assure you
just
of
because
that.
I'm around fit people don't mean I'm going to be fit. I'm going to be like, you see John Candy and Cool Runnings?
Let's go to, and by the way, all 3 girls are posted on howardstern.com, so you can see their pictures.
They all seem very sweet.
They are.
Yeah.
I like these 3 girls. I would date all 3 of them. In fact, you should just choose all 3 of them and have sex with every one of them at the
See if
same
I
time.
can pull that off.
Artie, I don't want to make this difficult for you. I'm going to ask you, do you have other questions?
There's a couple of... number 1, what's your favorite television show of all time?
I don't watch TV, actually. I don't like any primetime. I know Howard likes all those girly shows
Right,
and everything.
but what do you like?
No
I
TV ever in your life?
You know what? I like the news, and I like just old movies, and that's pretty much it. I don't really watch TV.
Would you care if your man had pee stains on his pants?
Yes.
You would.
This is not your day.
That would be a turn
Well,
off.
I'd try to help you with it. I mean,
All right,
but it's
fair
kind of
enough.
gross.
Number 2, favorite TV show ever?
I guess I'd probably have to say Cheers.
3.
Number 3?
I love the Ollie G show.
Yeah, I like that.
Of
too.
all
All right,
time.
we have to know their favorite movies too, though, don't we?
Yeah, what's your favorite movie, number 1?
Tombstone.
Number 2?
It's kind of bizarre, but Pink Floyd, The Wall.
Wow, number 3.
I don't know, maybe Dazed and Confused.
The answer was Beer League.
I haven't seen it yet. I'm in Las Vegas.
The answers were Mad TV and Beer League.
Yeah, well, send it over to Las Vegas, Artie. Pull
That's
some
interesting.
strings.
That's interesting. Number 1, were you aware of me before I got on the Howard Stern show on any level?
Yeah, I knew about Mad TV just a little bit. I mean, obviously, when you got on Howard, that's where I discovered you. But I knew you a little bit from your face. I didn't know your name.
Number 2.
No, not much.
And number
3?
3, you would have been 13. Did you ever watch Mad TV? when
I
you were
did
12?
watch Mad TV, actually, and we didn't have cable. I think it was on just regular, so I did watch it.
It was on the Fox Network.
That's right. Carrie, you're on the air in Seattle.
Good morning, Howard.
Good morning, baby.
I wonder why you guys are even doing this. He's not going to go out with anybody.
He is going out with one.
How mean is this to do it on Dana's birthday?
Oh,
Well, that
I didn't
wasn't-
know it
Oh,
was.
just
I
bring
didn't plan
everybody
that.
down.
That wasn't planned.
You're bumming everyone out.
Oh, I think that's so cold.
Let's go to Mark. Mark, you're on the air.
Hi, good morning.
Fred met his wife on this very same show doing this, so you never know what's
But you
going to
guys
happen.
better step up when it comes to the sex part.
Yeah, Fred, you got it on the first
I got
date,
it on the first
right?
date.
Yeah, but Fred, your wife was very prudish, and that's what turned you on.
Yeah,
She
it
was not
but
going to.
But you wanted something. It was a lot better when I got something at the end of the night.
All right, Mark, go ahead. You never know; these girls might be seduced by the Artie charm. Go ahead, Mark.
Hey, Artie, man. I changed my vote from number 3 to number 2. Number 2 seems more up your alley. She seems hot. She's got a nice ass. I know you like that. So, yeah, my vote is number 2.
All right, number 2 for you, but might not be for Artie.
How do you know about her ass?
Yeah, exactly. Well, she said she has her best attribute is her ass.
Number 1, what do you have any aspirations, or have you ever had any aspirations to be in show business?
Yeah, actually, I've been a real estate agent and investor for the last 5 years in Vegas, and so I obviously, if anybody who knows the market, I caught a good train, and I continue with that. But I also am a singer, and I do old standards in Vegas just for fun. But I also have an original CD.
Is this your CD?
Out.
Let's hear it.
They gave
All right,
it to,
let's give it a listen.
Probably number 4 is about Las Vegas. So, yeah, it's more kind of Nora Jones, kind of mellow music. I don't know if Artie would really care for it.
Artie, you're going to have to go to these concerts.
I know he likes rock and roll.
Let's see. You wrote this song?
It's all original music.
Okay. Are you playing guitar?
No, I don't play any instruments.
Number 2, what about you? Any aspirations in show business?
Absolutely not.
None. What do you do?
I own a cleaning business and I coach softball.
Okay.
You own a cleaning business.
I run it.
You send people out to clean offices and stuff?
Yeah.
Okay.
Number 3, what are you doing now these days?
I'm in sales, and I would love to be famous, but only if it were for being fabulously wealthy, self-made.
Self-made. You want to make your own money.
Yes.
Well, if you marry Mr. Lang, you will have made millions.
You'll be worth a fortune. Of course, Artie plans on losing it on gambling and heroin.
I love to gamble, too, so we might do it together.
Ah, perfect girl. All right,
Really?
very good. Very good.
Winner.
All you girls are giving very good answers, and all 3 of you are beautiful. This is a tough decision. I'm telling you. Let's go to Libby. Libby, what do you want to say?
I just want to say, where did you find these girlfriends? I don't watch TV. What's Artie going to do with her?
Well, listen.
And the other girl said, oh, maybe Artie will start to work out with me. How did you find somebody that he actually would hang out with? Artie, I met you in Atlantic City at the Borgata, but unfortunately my husband was there, so nothing else happened.
Oh, my God.
That's nice.
That's the right answer.
Class act.
Let's go to Nick. Nick, what do you want to say? Go ahead.
Howard.
Yes.
Hey, Artie, definitely number 1, man. She's an old grinder. You're definitely going to get some abs.
Oh, yeah, there you go. There's some advice. Let's go to Dennis. Dennis, you're on the air. What do you want to say in Allentown, Pennsylvania?
Hey, Howard. Just Artie, if you go with number 1, you're going to be back on drugs in no time.
Why do you say that?
Why? I don't do drugs.
She's just a partier, and, you know, if you go out on that scene again, you're just going to crumble, and it's going to be bad news.
I didn't get the impression you said you were a partier.
No, I'm not. I work my butt off. I'm a worker, and I go to the gym, and no.
It's really funny.
I like to go out and have a good time, is all
Right.
it is. You know, I'm just not a prude. I don't sit home every night and, you know.
I am a total hypocrite, though, in a relationship because
So am I.
if I think a woman that I'm dating has some sort of drinking or drug problem, I get incredibly pissed off and turned off. It's awful. I mean, it's a double standard, but that's just how I am.
Yeah. Well, I just like to have a good time, though. That's all
I
I'm
don't think
saying.
I don't get that impression of you. No,
Any of you have any kids?
No.
1, 2,
No.
3? No.
0.
Any of you want kids?
Yes.
Eventually.
Number 3 wants kids. Number 2 eventually. Number 1?
Maybe.
Maybe.
Let me ask you this. Say I was going like to the Super Bowl in Vegas with some friends. Would it be hard for you to just let me go by myself? Was that a trip you'd want to go to, number 1?
It would depend on if you wanted me to go. I mean, I can go and fit
I can guarantee
anywhere.
I wouldn't want you to go.
Okay, you know what? Then that's just fine because, you know, I'm the same way. I like to do my own thing, and there'll be certain times if I do have a relationship with you, it would be like that. You know, I'm going to do this, and I really don't want you to go.
No, Artie, you can't get bitter when she goes off with her friends then.
Well, guess what? We're just going to talk about that.
Where am I really going to go? I mean, I don't club. I don't, you know. It's
I
like,
understand.
Where am I really going to go?
Number 2, what about you?
I'd be jealous because I'd want to go see the game.
Oh,
I'm
so
a
you're-
football fan, but
Are you a big football? Is your favorite
Jets.
sport?
Jets, Jets,
God,
Jets.
I don't know what to think about that.
Number 3, what about you? She's a girl, for Christ's sakes. Number 3, go ahead.
I wouldn't care. I'm not that into football. I like basketball and baseball. And
Do you care if Artie goes off on his own occasionally?
no, I would want to go off with my friends occasionally, too.
All right, let's go to Ralph. Ralph, go ahead.
Hey now, Artie, man, you got a tough decision because
Hi, Rob.
I agree.
Number 1 is chatty, and she's been on the rebound, and she's a bum. I think she's out. But number 2 mentioned the C word, change. And I think number 3, Artie, I think you got to take her right off because she's a narc. You can't trust her.
Well, there you go. Let's go. Ralph weighing in. Double A, you seem to have some sort of theory. Go ahead.
How's it going? What's going on?
All right.
Come on, man. It's a no-brainer. Go young, bro. Listen to me.
Shallowest man alive is checking in.
Bro, she says wait out a month, man. Then she sounds so sweet and cute. Just foul her up after a month, man. Bang her hard, bro.
Bang her hard. Take the youngest and bang her hard is your advice.
Go, bro. Go get her, Artie.
Any of these girls cook?
Anybody cook?
I do.
Yes.
All right, number 3, you say you answered quickly. What's your favorite meal to cook?
I am half Mexican, so I cook a lot of Mexican food, and I cook great homemade enchiladas.
Who's half Mexican?
Number 3.
Number 3.
Number 2, what about you? What's your favorite meal to cook?
Half Italian, and I will cook anything Italian. Penne alla vodka, braciole with broccoli rabe, you know.
Oh,
Broccoli Rob.
Yeah.
Would you mind if we named a kid Broccoli Rob?
I'd love it.
Number 1, you screamed out you're a cook. What do you like to make?
Ironically, I'm Italian. I love pasta dishes, and that's
All
the
right.
truth.
Well, I'll tell you something. These are 3 beautiful ladies. I like that they all came down here, all wanting to date you, Artie.
They are
know.
all eager.
They know what you look like. They know what you do for a living. They know about all your bad habits and your good heart. So they're all willing to date the package known as Artie Lang.
They're not a bad one in the bunch. You can tell from talking to them.
No, there's not a bad one in the bunch, and I hate to see any of them walk out of here without banging you, to be honest with you.
You should be able to have them all, Artie.
All right, so what do you say? Should we give Artie time to think, or let's just find out?
No, let him do it, and then I'll go over with the wireless, because, of course, Artie should see the 2 that he didn't pick first, right?
That's right. That's always the best part of the dating game. Now, girls, you're not going to fall apart if you don't win the date, are you? No.
I'm very easy to get over, girls. Don't worry about it.
All right. Let's...
Wow, that's what.
I'm going to make it easier for you. Number 1, tell Artie the sexiest thing you can tell him right now to just convince him to go with you.
Sexiest thing.
The thing that's going to turn him on, just say it to him. Just say whatever it
Artie,
is.
with me, no pressure. Let's go have a good time and just relax together and do what makes both of us happy. And things happen, they happen. If they don't, they don't. And that's all I can say.
All right, that's number 1's last message to you. Number 2.
You want the sexiest thing.
I would say it.
So it's going to turn Artie on.
That's right.
Artie, your cock feels so good inside of me.
Yeah. I've never heard that before.
Not without paying $500.
Wow, that's good.
Amazing.
Boy, she just put it in the end zone.
Wow. Holy
She understood the question.
Jets, Jets.
You know, it sounds like a typical Jet fan.
Number 3, that's a hard one to top, but go ahead.
Artie, let's go get breakfast.
Wow. And now, are you like the third one? You're half Mexican. Would you be offended by a joke like if I said, "Could you clean half my house"?
No, I hear it all the time.
You get that all the time.
Wow.
Wow. This is hard. Joe, who do you say Artie should pick? Joe, you there?
Yeah, hey, Howard, what's going on?
Go ahead.
He's definitely got to go with number 3. That's a no-brainer. Number 1, I got to tell you, it doesn't sound good. Number 2's got the ass going for her, but you got to go young. I agree with little asshole over there.
Double A? All right.
I don't know. You see, actually, you know, Dana is more of the age range of number 1, and she's still got the hottest rockin'est body ever. I mean,
That's
it's nothing.
true.
Age is. I mean, you know, what the fuck?
Just
I mean,
a number.
And you're showing number 1 is showing me her ass to say, hey, this isn't bad either. That's true.
I'm sure.
That's right.
So what?
Well, what are you going to do, Artie? How are you going to make this decision? Do you need one more question?
Let me ask you this. Number 1, have you ever seen me do stand up? I'm curious if there's anything that you're offended by in that.
Well, when I saw you do stand-up in Vegas, is that time that you were, like, not in good shape?
I was drunk.
You saw him at his worst.
And actually, Bob Levy was, like, carrying it for you that time because you were, like, really, you know, out of your mind
I was
that
drunk
time.
off my ass.
I mean, you were still funny. We were loving it, but you
Is that
just...
that was like that midnight show with the fight?
Yeah,
there was a fight in the audience?
In the Hard Rock.
Very upset.
Artie, is that the
when
show?
you fell in love?
Is that the show where someone pulled out a gun?
Yes, a gun.
It was crazy.
Robin asked a good question. Is that when you fell in love with Artie?
No.
So when you said I got to have him.
Well, okay, so that's like a no, because I remember that night I was just trying not to get shot by a guy with a gun.
No, we were loving you. I mean, because we knew that you were drunk and everybody else was drunk. We were having a great time. It was funny, but we just, it was.
No, because my stand-up is where I'm the most honest and say a lot of things personal. I'm curious if there's anything in there you're
No, you
saying
never
like
play anywhere
by.
on the West Coast, so I've never had a chance.
Number two, what about you? You ever see Artie stand up?
Yeah, 2 years ago at the Webster in Connecticut.
And you enjoyed the act? Was there anything offensive in there that
Not
you?
at all.
Nothing.
No.
You had a good time. Number three.
Did
What
she
about?
try to meet Artie that night?
No.
No.
I didn't.
Number. By the way, I like that shirt you're
Thanks,
wearing. Number two is
my-
completely unbuttoned.
It keeps unbuttoning
Yes.
itself.
And number two. Number three. What about you? You ever see Artie stand up?
I have not, but I really want to. And Artie, if there are any extra tickets, I'd love to go to Carnegie Hall tonight.
All the girls would. Artie, can't all
And
three
Artie, I
girls?
brought you a present.
What did you bring him?
Oh, it's awesome.
Because he always
This is number
calls
three, yes.
Crazy Alice a steaming pile of shit.
Oh. It's a steaming pile of shit and the name Crazy Alice underneath it.
Yeah, I love.
Look at that. I love Crazy Alice, yes. That's a very creative shirt.
Wow.
You designed that?
My friend at Reno Wear did. It's a store he has.
I know what I should point out. It's done in Yankee colors.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I thought it was the Thurman Munson shirt.
All right, so somebody's out of town. Just real quick, this will be the last one I'll get to.
All right, yeah,
Number
we
one,
wanna
where are you
know.
from?
Las Vegas.
You grew up there.
I grew up in Southern California.
Oh, okay. Number two.
Connecticut.
Number three.
St. Louis.
Okay, St. Louis is a
All
good
right.
town.
Well, Artie, now's the
Okay.
time to make the big decision. Give me some dating game music, Fred.
Certainly will.
Let's see if anybody... Tom, do you have any advice for Artie?
Yeah, I'm driving to work with my niece here, and on my trail, I was able to call up all three pictures. They're gorgeous, honey.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, all
No,
the girls
I
are
would
nice-looking
assume.
girls. There's no issue with looks. I mean, you're all nice-looking
And
women.
they were all always female.
This is quite...
Yes, that's a big one. None of you have ever had a dick.
Any of you been men?
No.
Never. All right, good. Okay, that's a good thing. High pitch Eric, what do you want to say?
Hey, I want to know number two.
Number two, high pitch Eric says. So
No.
this is really up to you, Artie.
All right, okay, let's do this. Number one, and again, this is not about an age thing at all. The singing show business thing kind of worries me.
Okay.
I'm like, I don't know, it's I've dated girls who want to be in show business on every level, singing, acting, writing, whatever. And I don't know, it always becomes some sort of an issue. Maybe it's a deep down jealous thing with me, or I don't know. I don't love that, and it would always make me second guess, what
she's
her
there
agenda
for.
is and stuff. And she brought her album in. By the way, that song.
Well, no,
actually
Will
sounded very
asked
good.
me. Will asked me to bring that in
Yeah, we
because
asked
my
her.
main agenda
No, I
is
know.
real estate.
I know.
That's my main thing. So
But
singing's
by
for
the way,
fun.
in all fairness, she did not ask to play that.
Okay.
Will did ask her to bring that
But Artie's saying he would feel funny in a two-performer film.
In a weird way, it's and again, it's hard to even find a negative about people. But that's these three. But that's
Right.
something that's been
All
an
right, that's
issue
something that's an
in the
issue.
past. Number two sounds amazing as well, and God. The cock feeling good is a great thing.
Number one, do you want to say anything sexy to Artie since the cocking thing felt
Like
good?
I said, I like to get
same deal.
slammed from behind.
Slammed
Let's
from
take a few
behind.
shots and have a good time.
High pitch Eric said I should go with number two. That unfortunately is not working for you.
Yeah, right.
Thanks.
You just ruined your chances.
And but she sounds so sweet.
Right.
The Jet fan, whatever. And number who's your favorite Jet of all time? Number two.
I would have to say Testaverde.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, God, what an awful answer.
Artie.
I'm kidding. That's actually a good answer.
He's a good guy.
Italian
Not
guy.
Joe Namath?
Well, she's too young.
Too young,
She's
all
too
right.
young. Broadway. I don't care if the team is struggling. I want to kiss you.
All right, that's your
number three.
Yes.
Number three just sounds adorable, and I don't know. It's like here's the thing. I have to go incredibly shallow here for this reason. they all sound so perfect personality-wise, and something happened that's sort of telling with chicks. When you asked Howard the question, who would you want to be with, number 1 said number 3 because she's so hot. And when a chick says a girl's hot, that usually means she's hot.
Yep.
And it's got nothing to do with the age, but because they're all like, they have a perfect personality, I love them, I'm going to go shallow and say, I'm going to try number 3.
Number 3 is the lucky winner.
And
now.
I love Spanish. I do love a Spanish chick, like a Spanish sort of tinge. I love
Well, this is very exciting. Who knows? You could end up being the next Mrs. Lang, number 3. I've got to say, number 1 and 2 are beautiful, lovely ladies. The fact that you attracted 3 of these women should do something for your low self-esteem, Artie.
Again, they're on the radio, and I'll never know if they just want to be on the radio. That's my problem.
Oh, my goodness.
I mean, yeah, you know, come on.
Fred dealt with that issue with his beautiful wife.
Fred got very lucky. Allison is a find. Absolutely.
Well, let's meet the girls you rejected first.
Turn on Wireless B.
All right, Wireless B. All right, our first girl's name is Rochelle. She's blonde and very beautiful. Looks like, I don't know. I don't know who to say who you look like, but you're an attractive girl. Who? Are you?
They say Jenny McCarthy, Christina Applegate. I don't.
Well, can I change my
You're very, very beautiful.
Very
are you very disappointed?
Yeah, kind of. I wanted to go have fun, but that's okay. No,
All right, number 1,
cool.
walk over and meet Artie Lang. Artie, you missed out on beautiful Rochelle.
My God. Oh, look at that. That feels good. No, hey, look, this doesn't mean we never have to see each other again.
What's that? I said we're still going to go party together anyway.
Oh, you know what she looks like? A little bit of Marky. You ever know Marky Post?
Oh, yes.
I love that look. You know who she is, that actress?
Yeah, but she's old.
No, she's not. I mean, when she was
younger.
Nice
Rochelle,
hands.
and you got beautiful breasts, I have to say. Are those real, Rochelle?
No.
They're not, but they look nice. They're D cups.
19 years old, so they're.
Yes.
They were probably done by a good Vegas doctor, right?
Good LA doctor. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Artie's looking them over, and I think he likes that. Well, Artie, you've got to be a little bit disappointed there.
She's sexy as hell. Absolutely.
All right. Well, here's sexy number 2. Number 2's name is Jenny. Jenny's wearing a shirt completely open. Jenny, it's a hell of a look. And now who do they say you look like, Jenny? Your shirt's open, your belly is flat as can be.
What would you say I look like?
Jennifer Love Hewitt?
A little Lindsay Lohan going on.
You look good.
Lohan,
You got nice legs. You got a mini skirt on. Go say hi to the very delightful Artie Lang.
Oh, wow. Yeah, you're a doll.
Well, Artie, you met.
That is a nice body. Look, that's tight. You play softball, you said?
Yeah.
Wow, yeah, you could tell, yeah.
Yeah, Artie, you could have been having a date with her.
She's cute.
She could even play ball with you, Artie.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah, she's adorable, absolutely.
Yeah, well.
Thank you for this makes me look so great, guys.
Yeah.
Honored to meet you.
Oh, thank you. Nice to meet you, sweetie.
Oh boy, that was a.
I'll refund you.
Close.
I'm going to refund you for the Webster Theater show in Connecticut.
Now, number 3's name, the girl you chose, and before you come out number 3, let me tell Artie that your name is Stephanie, which is a very beautiful
Now, we should
name.
be hearing that music again because we're going to meet.
All of the girls admitted that you're a very beautiful girl. No one can deny that. You're absolutely beautiful, and you're young. You're 23 years old, and you're from
St. Louis.
St. Louis.
That's a good town. I've been there many a time.
And you look beautiful. You're conservatively dressed, but beautiful nevertheless. Come out and meet your dream man, Artie Lang.
Wow.
Nice to meet you.
No kiss
Nice
for
to meet you. Well, you know.
Here's your present.
What is it? Oh, is this the shirt?
Yeah, I love Alice.
Artie, how hot is she?
Wow, she's beautiful.
Well, you are way hot. I'm sure you have no problem meeting men. Is that true?
I guess, but they're all jerks usually.
Yeah, well, don't worry.
St. Louis, I'm telling you, man, you go to the Midwest, and I've done, like, I play the funny bone out there or something.
Yeah.
I mean, the Midwest breeds some hot chicks.
Now, the two of you look like a very nice couple, actually. Yeah, you don't look bizarre together or anything like that. Now, what is that? Those are tights with a, what is that? What kind of shirt is that? Is that a...
It's a mini dress.
It's a mini dress with tights and some high boots. You do look good. Spin around for the camera if you don't mind. Look at... Boy, you don't.
She looks like she's got a phenomenal ass, but it's hard to tell.
Yeah, it's all covered up. Do you? How much do you weigh? You can't be much.
I weigh about 105.
105. How tall are you?
About 5'4".
5'4".
Am I right in saying she has a Dana look to her?
Oh, yeah.
Like,
yeah. I think so.
My goodness. Are you already looking at her and seeing Dana?
There was another weird vibe going on outside.
That's a compliment for me.
She's a very attractive girl. There's no question.
A lot of people were saying that she also looks a lot like your sister.
Really? Well, that's the creepiest thing I've ever heard. Thanks, guy.
Nuts. And you do have a beautiful smile, I have to say.
Thank
you. And no, I wasn't talking. I was talking to Artie. I've never really said it to him.
You've told me that a bunch of times.
Yeah,
actually.
he's very handsome. But
honestly, this is part of my low self-esteem. Seeing all you guys, you really are into me on some level.
Can you
believe it.
convince
I
him
just
one more
don't
time?
believe it.
You're really into Artie, right?
Yes.
Look at these
I
three.
think Artie looks great.
Yeah. And
I don't know.
you're attracted to Artie.
Punked.
You feel there could be a romantic interest here for real.
Yes.
And this could maybe even be your future husband. You don't even know.
I mean, we'll see how things go.
This isn't a bet you were put up to.
Would you take a lie detector test
win?
that would prove that you're attracted? You would take a lie
Do you need
detector.
citizenship?
Are you a citizen of this country? That's a legitimate question.
You know what this looks like? It looks like this junket for a CBS show. You know, the fat guy and the hot chick.
You motherfucker!
I find you incredibly hot, and if this is almost too good to be true.
She's not only hot, she's very sexy, and she's definitely my type.
When's you bet she's your type?
Yeah.
When's the last time you got laid?
Over 6 months.
Over 6 months. Huh?
Artie, she's pining for you.
Yeah, you must be horny as hell.
Not a lot of good guys out there, sweetie. I get
Artie,
it.
are you going to accelerate this? I mean, what are you going to do?
You're Mexican and what? What's your other
I'm
name?
half Mexican, half Irish.
Wow, what a good. See, that's a good combination.
I think you're smitten, aren't
That's
you?
partying
Let's
time.
be honest. Are you smitten by your choice?
Yes, absolutely. I'm smitten by all of them.
You chose her without seeing her,
Right.
and now that you see her, I think you're smitten. Am I wrong?
I'm smitten, absolutely. I think
All
she's
right.
adorable.
That's what I wanted to know. Robin, what do you think?
I think she's a cute girl, and I think Artie's crazy not to go out with her and give this a chance.
Oh, by the way, there's someone on the phone for you.
You motherfucker. Where's the megaphone? Benji, throw me.
Hi, Artie, it's Dana. Thanks for the happy birthday gift. Thank you so much. I love you too. Goodbye.
Yeah. All right.
Girls, all of you are tremendous sports.
I'll tell you what, there's some buddies of mine that would look at her and think I'm an idiot for not calling a realtor in St. Louis.
Yeah, give up everything.
I come to New York a lot, like 10 times a year.
You do.
Why is that?
I just love it here. I love it.
Just a visit?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I have friends here.
All right.
What do you do for a living?
I'm in sales.
Did you go to college?
Yeah.
Well, that's good. I only take college graduates.
Well, I got to tell you something. Wait, there's another call for you.
Of course.
Artie, it's Dana again. How wonderful you found a younger version of me. Very, very happy for you.
Oh, Jesus.
Have a good life. Bye.
Well, what does Grandma Capria have to say about all this?
I can't believe you're going to go out with no one but Dana.
Fuck it. Give me that microphone.
No. Just stay away from the microphone.
I love it. I love how mad he gets. You motherfucker.
Stay away from
See,
it.
it's the Howard Stern show, guys.
Grandma Stern is unavailable for comment.
Okay, whatever.
Let me go to Double A, who wants to say congratulate you. Yes, Double A.
Hey, how's it going? What's going on? Hey,
Hey,
Artie, did I stare you right, man, bro? Go young, man.
No, it's not. It wasn't really about the young thing. It was just more about.
Yeah, but come on, bro.
Well, I got to admit it.
Always younger girls are like, you know what I mean? They're
Double A, all of them, they're all smoking.
They're all very hot
I really
chicks,
don't
I gotta
know.
say.
I'm really skeptical, like I'm getting a trick played on me or something.
I know what you mean. I got to tell you something, Stephanie Lang. You are a beautiful girl. And Artie would be very lucky to date you. And you are going to go out on a date. We're going to set the whole thing. Yeah, no, that's going to happen. When is the date, Artie? When do you think?
I don't know.
Now that
like,
you see Stephanie.
It's just bad timing with all I have to do today.
How long is Stephanie in town?
How long are you in town for, Stephanie?
Until Sunday.
Until Sunday. So maybe this weekend the date could occur.
I got a gig in Boston Saturday.
What about Friday night?
Friday, yeah. All right. Well, yeah. Well, look, we have to go on a date, and we'll go on a date.
That's right, Friday night.
I get to pick the day.
Yeah.
Is it Friday night?
Yeah, Friday night.
I get to pick the place and everything?
Yeah.
Now, I'm going to have Ganji with a handheld camera?
Absolutely.
Yeah, you sure are.
But you should, I mean,
going on?
are you, Artie,
With her, can I go out with you tonight?
What was that?
Before you go out on the date with her, can I go out with you tonight after the show?
I gotta do the Carnegie.
He's got it. He's got
I
it.
said after the show.
You got to play fairly. You got to play fairly. Come on. All right.
Stephanie's saying take her to the show.
Yeah.
Artie, what is a date for you? Like, what are you thinking? Dinner, or are you thinking about like you want to go to like a movie?
A date for me is I watch the Knick game with my buddies all night, play some poker, and at the very end of the night, she comes in and fucks me. No,
how's that sound to you?
It's a comedy show. It's a comedy show.
He's
No,
very,
I
very
would take
gentle.
her. I would take her to a nice restaurant in New York. I guess. Really.
Well, you have a lot to do. You have Carnegie Hall tonight. You have Boston Saturday night. You got to break up with Dana. You got 3 big things to do. What do you mean, no?
This is just that.
What are you talking about?
I'd rather. You know what? I'm really. I really wish my mother and father had not met at this point because I'm very confused and I just don't.
Artie, Dana, I hate you.
Stephanie, I tell you, he's a very lucky man to have won a date
I
with
wish
you.
this decision was way easier.
Yes, but
I mean, no, she's beautiful. And
Friday night, you're going to go out. Where are you going to take her?
I'm going to go do
seriously?
some sit-ups.
Where are you going to take her?
I don't know. What do you want me to tell you? You know.
You going to go to dinner?
You like no? Maybe I'll take her to Nobu. I'll show her
I have
Nobu.
2 favorite restaurants, Nobu and the Spotted Pig.
And the Spotted Pig, where is that?
It's on Greenwich and 10th.
Oh, that's like a big, like, touristy place. Yeah, it's in the village. No, I know what you're talking about.
It's really
yeah.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah, well...
have you been to the Burger King on 9th and 38th?
Hi, Stephanie, is it? This is Dana. I have no animosity towards you. I don't know you. I think you sound lovely. And if I was you, I would. You know where you should go on a date? Find a place where there's a lot of taxi cabs and one can run over Artie.
You know, the problem here, too, is Dana's family, I believe, is connected, so we have to work that whole
Oh, now you're telling us that. See, you know what's so funny about this? Artie clearly does think she is attracted to her because he's so fucking uncomfortable.
Who wouldn't be attracted to all of them?
Look at her. Have you seen her? Take a look at her. Stare into her eyes.
She's very pretty.
No, stare into her eyes.
Listen, I see her eyes. She's
Stare into her eyes.
They're all hot. Look at the stomach on this one. Look at these. Look at these broads.
Stare at your new girlfriend's eyes. Go ahead. Look.
They hug. Yeah, hold hands.
You want to see her disappear? I'll hug her.
Go ahead, give a hug. Oh, very nice. The 2 of you look very romantic.
Looks like the Discovery Channel. All right, I'm very uncomfortable, and you're loving every minute of it.
Congratulations.
And this was very generous of you. Thank you.
Let's go to King of All Blacks in Inglewood Cliffs.
Yo, let me stop my sweeper. Yo, Howard, man, I don't think Artie, I don't think you like her, man. For some reason, I get this feeling like
He doesn't know her yet. He's obviously attracted to her.
This is Grandma Stern. Get the King of All Schwarzes off the phone.
Oh, he's so boring sometimes. He doesn't get to his point. You're uncomfortable with this situation because you're meeting someone new. Is that correct?
Right.
And it's Dana's birthday. I'm sure that's hard.
That is hard. Yes.
It's. Believe me, you have no idea.
Let's go to Lou. Lou, you're on the air.
We should have found out who Dana would have picked.
Yeah.
Yeah, we should have.
I think Dana might be picking another guy already right now. See, the guy to forget Dana can go out and throw a rock, and the first guy it hits, she can fuck.
I'm going to a bar tonight and playing the dating game.
Yeah, I'm sure.
That's right. I hate you so much. I don't love you anymore. Have a good time at Carnegie Hall.
It's Beth. I need the name of an abortion doctor.
Artie, I'm gonna play my own dating game tonight. Have fun with Stephanie. She's just a baby. Wah, wah, wah.
I'm ovulating. Get home.
My birthday present to myself will be a fireman.
All right. Listen, this is very exciting. When love is in the air.
I'm going to date the guy from Tommy again.
All right. Listen, I'll leave you alone.
I hope you fall off the stage at Carnegie Hall.
Artie and Stephanie,
Think that way I'm gonna get
congratulations.
fired.
Rochelle and Jenny, congratulations to you on being beautiful. I'm sure there's a man in your
Thank
future,
you.
maybe not one
Yes.
addicted to heroin or who's heavy set, but
Auntie.
that's right. And Stephanie, I hope this all works out.
Wouldn't it be wonderful
For
if
you.
you were 2 for 2 on Dial-A-Day?
If these two get married, they will say I am the Yenta
You
matchmaker
are
of all time.
Mr. Cupid.
I will be Mr. Cupid. And I can see there's some sort of something going on here.
Well, if Cupid
Call
shoots
me crazy.
if Cupid shoots me with an arrow, it better have heroin in it at this point.
I see something here, Artie. Am I wrong or am I right? Come on.
I'm just still waiting. They're all so cute and beautiful. I'm still waiting to think like if she probably does she have 8 thumbs or something like what's wrong?
Is there anything wrong with you?
I don't think so.
And you're
No.
totally shaved. Do you have a good stomach?
I think so, yeah.
You do?
There's no way. You could tell she's fucking.
Yeah.
she's bringing it.
You don't have a penis?
No.
All right.
No.
All right, then she's perfect. All right, we're going to take a break. Sorry, what is that?
He doesn't even want to look at
I don't look at anybody that I like.
That's Artie.
I know.
I'm working with the guy a couple of years. He won't look at me either. Yeah,
If I like
He's just being shy, but I am so glad that he picked her because she's a great girl.
Oh, wow. Let's see, that's very nice.
Very nice.
I can't look at anybody that I like.
Oh.
When I hate you, I look
He
at
looks
you.
straight at you.
All right, Artie, congratulations on your new love match.
Right.
And Stephanie, congratulations to you. You look a little bit in shock, Stephanie.
No, I'm excited.
Yeah, wait till he gets on top of you.
Of all the celebrities.
You're gonna call. This is the conversation. This is Stephanie on the phone with her mother.
Mom, you're not going to believe it. I want a date with a celebrity. How is it, Brad Pitt? No. Is it Leonardo DiCaprio? No.
Grandma DiCaprio.
I'll give you a hint. I have a crushed pelvis. And there's talcum powder all over me. Artie Lang, goodbye. Fuck you.
No, I'm
Hey,
sure.
Beth's mom hung up, didn't she?
Beth's mother hung up when she heard she was going. I mean, didn't speak to her for 2 weeks.
For 2 weeks.
Yeah. She goes, yeah. Oh, I met someone, and you might have heard of him. He's famous. She said, who is it? Like Mel Gibson, or and she went through 50 names, and then it was Howard Stern. She just hung up and didn't talk to her for 2 weeks. So I've been through all that. All right, listen. Congratulations to you two, and congratulations to these two beautiful
Thank
ladies
you
who also
all.
played
Yeah,
along.
thank
Thanks, guys. You were great.
And we'll be
Thank
back right after these words. Let Artie meet his girls.
Ladies,
Woo, fun, fun, fun.
you still had fun? Come here for a second.
Oh, we're going this way.
Yeah. So it was fun in there?
Oh, it was a great time.
Great
yes.
time. And the winner
Yeah. Big winner.
Steph's the best one because she's the most mellow, and that's what he needs. He's too scared for anything else right now. So.
Steph, do you think that's why you won?
I don't know, maybe that and age. And a lot of luck, I guess.
Really, the youth you think played into it?
Maybe, yeah.
And what about, you seem like the most conservative out of all three of them.
I am a little bit, I guess. Maybe a little shy too. So.
Do you think Artie might bring out that inner wild child in you, possibly?
Yeah, and it doesn't help that everyone I work with, and including my managers, were listening to the show, so I couldn't really open up too much.
Oh, really? So there's more than meets the eye here.
Of course.
Wow, I like. So from here on, where do you go from here? Are you gonna try to really take him away from Dana now? Like,
I'm not gonna try to take him away, but I hope that we can hang out and he can make a decision.
did any of the talk from like Howard talking as Dana from her perspective, did that sort of creep you out a little bit?
No,
that,
I think it's
she's waiting in the
hilarious.
wings?
That's funny. I mean, it's not. I feel bad that it's her birthday, but Howard's just joking around.
Now, you other two girls that didn't win, how are you feeling right now? Are you disappointed?
Not at all. I think that she's a great person, and I'm really glad that she won. She's a sweetheart.
You're very gracious.
Yes, thank you. Yeah.
Now, what about you, Rochelle?
I feel the same way, but I'm still gonna go out and party with Artie anyway. So we'll see what happens.
Steph, are you having some competition here? Like,
No, we all like each other. We do. Everything's cool.
Now, where do you girls go from here? You continue your pursuit for a man, or is it just now that you haven't found Artie, it's gonna knock you
Giving
back
up
a few months?
forever. Same as it was before we came here.
All right, girls. Well, thanks for coming down.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And what are your chances of actually pursuing this chick?
Well, we're definitely, it's a contest. You gotta live up to the contest or we could be sued. So we're gonna go on a date. We'll have dinner and maybe see a show, a movie, I don't know, whatever.
I hate to ask you this because it's been beaten to death, but what's Dana's reaction going to be?
I don't know. I have to talk to her. I haven't gotten the full thing yet. I love Dana. She's the best, and we'll see what happens in life.
If it comes down to it, if she says, we're not getting back together if you go out with this chick, are you going to just nix this winner?
Well, no, it depends, yeah. If it's an ultimatum like that, of course I would always choose Dana. I love her, but there's other issues going on, so we'll see.
All right, man. Well, have fun if you do it.
All right, thanks.